Hello everyone, in today's video I'll be giving you top tips on how to smash your interview session with your recruiter. Okay, someone messaged me, emailed me rather the other day, and he was like, city CV to Navy, uh I got this, my recruiter is saying to answer this and all of that. How do I go about it? I don't know where to begin and all of those things. Trust me, it's literally easy. Okay, in this video I will walk you through some of the questions. Okay, but 80% of what they will ask you, I will discuss it in this video, and it's almost like a short pass if you can follow up this video. So don't skip the video, okay? And at the end, I will show you where I got these materials from. It's literally easy to get them. The website where I got these materials from, and also I'll be dropping a the answered questions in this video in the comment section. So if you want it, let me know in the comment section and I will send you a link and you can just download it and revise for it and all of that. Trust me, it's really easy. It's really easy to pass this. It's no brainer. Okay. The interview is pretty much really chill. And also at the end of this video, I'll be giving you tips on how to answer questions that you don't feel confident about. Okay, in general, how to be confident when answering those questions. It's really easy. Okay, it's a piece, trust me. It's really nice. So let's jump into the video. The first thing, I have the sample of the questions that he sent to me, so we're just going to use it and answer and all of that. So um the first question was how fast. The thing was, let me just read it. Okay, Royal Navy interview preparation is preparation. Doesn't mean they'll ask you all these questions. Okay, it's just like a lot of questions. Then they'll pick from and ask you. So yeah, and also guys, please be honest. Okay, integrity is one of the core values of the Navy. Take it very serious. So it says exactly. It says here, be honest. Making up answers is not to your benefit. Okay, that's the first sentence that starts the whole preparation. Okay, so the first section is fitness. It says you will need to attempt these activities. Making up scores will only come around to bite you later. Okay, again, integrity. How fast can I run 1.5 miles or the 2.4K? How fast can you run it? So you need to know your time, and then you'll be able to know how fast you can run it. I think for males, from 16 to 24, most people fall into that rate. I think it's about 11:03, I think. So yeah, I think the females is different from males, females. If you want to know the times, you can Google it. If you don't know where to Google it, let me know in the comment section and I will check it out and tell you your time based on your age. It's really online. So yeah. But if you don't know where to check it, let me know in the comment section. So you need to be honest. If you are not fit, start getting fit, start running, start exercising. If you want help on how to run, how to train, I will share my experience. I'm not a PT guy or anything like that, but I can say something, okay, because I was quite chubby when I started training, okay. Not training, but when I started preparing to join, I weighed a lot. And now I wouldn't say I'm super fit, but I can smash that 2.4K anytime, anywhere now. So yeah. Enough of me blabbing. So the next question, how many sit-ups have I done in 2 minutes? Basically, how many sit-ups can you do in 2 minutes? Okay. When they say sit-ups, I guess you know what sit-ups are. They are the ones that you sit and then you put your hands. You can do the ones that stand from your back, from your hands on your head, and then you touch your knees. There are different types of sit-ups, but how many can you do in 2 minutes? Okay. And how many press-ups? Press-ups is the ones that you do proper press-ups, not the and not the ones with your elbows out. How many can you do in 2 minutes? If you cannot do it, start training. Trust me, it will help. You don't need to go to the gym. When I started training, I didn't go to the gym. I had to use the gym because I needed a pool. That's when I started going to the gym because yeah, that's story for another day. So yeah, you need to be able to know how many push-ups and press-ups you can do. If you can do anything from about 20 and above, it's a good start. Okay. But you can do better, trust me. Even if you are a lass or you are a lad, 20 is kind of the bare minimum. Okay. I know of someone who can smash about 70 and she's a lass. Okay. So yeah, at a go, just to let you know. So if you can do 20 press ups, it's fine. If you can do about 50 sit ups in 2 minutes, that's the bare minimum. You can start from there and work your way up. I can do about 50 in a go, 50 press ups in a go. So, and I'm not even that fit. Okay. Yeah. So, next question. When did I last go swimming? Okay. When was the last time you went swimming? If you have not been to swimming, like I said, start going for swimming and start practicing your swimming. Okay. The next question. For how long did I, oh, no, still on that, when last did I go swimming? And also, how many lengths did I do? The length here is in terms of the pool. Most pools in the UK, I think they are 50 meters. Yeah, they are mostly 50 meters, 50 meters length. Then about, is it 14 or is it 15 meters width? So 50 meters, yeah, length, which you should be able to do it. Okay. It's not that difficult. Okay. Trust me, it's not difficult. When I started swimming, I learned swimming in a month. Okay. I could swim before, but it was more of, swimming to survive. Not really swimming, but now I can swim comfortably. And I mean, why would you join the Navy if you can't swim? Kind of defeats the purpose. Yeah. So you should be able to know how to swim to save your life when shit hits the fan. Um, Also, how many lengths can you do? How many 50 meters can you do? So yeah, for me, I was hitting the gym, the swimming pool every day because I needed to learn how to swim. I needed it to learn how to swim properly. I could swim the 50, but I was exhausting myself. But when I learned the right technique, how to swim, relax in water, I mean, I could literally swim it with my back. And in rally, you can swim it with your back. You can do the backward stroke. That's just you literally floating and paddling yourself, just going with your back. They don't care as long as you do it. That's it. And also, next question. How long did I tread water? Okay. So you need to tread water for a minimum of 2 minutes in rally. Yeah. And you are wearing overalls. Treading water is basically you floating on top of the water with your head out of the water. Okay. You can lie behind, but your head has to be out of the water. Like from your neck upwards has to be out of the water. So you can check videos on how to tread water and learn it. I learned it as well. I didn't know how to tread water, but now I can do that thing for about 20 minutes. So yeah, it's just about you practicing and you build it up. Um, Next question. Next topic is about motivation. Okay, so um, the first question is, when did I first become interested in the Royal Navy? Okay, so this now is more personal. Okay, this is more personal. So you need to explain why, when did you start? Was it a childhood dream? All those things like that. And all those kind of, give a little bit of background and relate it to yourself also. Don't just say when, but also try to relate it to yourself as well. And then um, I'll give you an example. So when did I become interested in joining the Royal Navy? The way I would answer this question, I would say something like, um, "Thank you for the question. I first became interested in the Royal Navy when my father was in the Cameroon Army. as a PTI, and his level of professionalism and his level of military bearing was a big boost to me, which I would say that helped me a lot in trying to realize myself and being someone whom my two grandfathers served in the Second World War. It already sparked an interest in me wanting to join the Royal Navy and all of those type of things like that. So try to tell us something that is in relation to yourself, per se. It helps a lot, and try to make it more personal. Okay. Don't just say abstract things. Make it personal, and yeah. So why did I become interested in the Royal Navy? So you need to specify it here. Why the Royal Navy and not the Army or the Air Force, the posh guys, the fancy guys. So yeah, why the Royal Navy? I mean, you can say things like you wanted a better opportunity, you wanted to challenge yourself, you wanted to see the world, and you wanted a job security, things like that. Be honest. But don't be like, oh, I need this, all those kind of funny stuff. But know how to tailor it to your personal experiences and all of that. Okay, and that's it. To me, it was a childhood dream. I didn't know I would be here in the first place. So it means a childhood dream and it's still a mystery and all of that. But why I became interested in the Royal Navy, seeing what the Navy has done worldwide. It's not the biggest navy, but it has done a lot of I would say a lot of things that big navies, the bigger navies or the bigger boys don't do, especially in terms of protection of the sea, of the UK's interests and its allies. Humanitarian aid in the Caribbean is what made me interested to be part of that team that is able to do that. So those are type of things they want to hear. So yeah. Um, another question is, what is the Royal Navy currently doing around the world? So now you have to talk about like current events, what like the QE class, the QE carriers, they are out on operation. What are they doing? All those things like that. There was the recent um, incident in the Caribbean. The Royal Navy had to help humanitarian aid and all of that. So we talk about those things like that, give examples. The real minimum. Like I said, don't worry, I'll show you where to find them. So, what are the names of our major naval bases? Okay, like the major bases for the Navy, basically, there are three. So, we have Devonport, we have Portsmouth, and we have Clyde. Yeah, Clyde is fast lane. Yeah, they have nicknames, but Clyde, Devonport, and Portsmouth. So, another question is, what are the names of our new aircraft carriers? Okay, the names of our new aircraft carriers. They are the Curie class. There are two, Queen Elizabeth and Prince of Wales. So I'm looking at something else. So Curie class, we have Prince Elizabeth, Prince of Wales. Sorry, Prince of Wales and Queen Elizabeth. Those are the two aircraft carriers. So the another question: what type are current destroyers? So there are various ships in the navy. It's not just the aircraft carriers. There are destroyers, frigates, or landing aircraft vessels, support vessels, all those things like that. So yeah, um, they are the Type 44 destroyers. Okay, so make sure you know them. Type 44 destroyers. They are part of the daring class. So the current next question is, what type are our current frigates? They are Type 23 destroyers, and they are the Duke class. Okay. Then the next question is, what type are the new class of frigates? You have the Type 26 frigates, known as the City class. They are currently in development. So those are the fancy fancy ones, type 26 and type 31s. So they're the new class. Um, then you have more questions. This one now is more based on your role. Um, so this is more tailored on the role you are choosing. For me, I'm a chef, so I will answer it based on why I want to join as a chef. So it says, why have I chosen my job role? So if you don't know anything about your job role, for some funny reason why you shouldn't know anything about your job role, which you should, you can literally go on the Navy website about that job role. You see what the job role is about, and you can then make it a personal experience based off that. I'm already giving you tips without even reaching the end of the video. Okay. So you can make personal decisions based on personal answers based on that. So for me, why I choose my job role is because I like a hands-on experience at work. I wanted to be part of a team that is responsible for a lot of things, even though we are always looked as nobodies, but everybody kind of loves the chefs because they give more food and all of that. You can even put in a little bit of humor in it. Everybody loves the chefs because they always give more food. Even though they don't really love the chefs. But yeah, jokes apart, the reason I joined was I chose that job role because it was interesting. It's a busy job role. You are always hands on doing stuff. It's not as if you are sitting in front of a screen, you are in the kitchen facing the pressures of cooking, delivering food on time, and all of those good stuff. That's rewarding stuff, and also the qualifications as well that come with it. So that's why I chose that. And the next question was, what will be my role? Okay. So this question is, what will you be doing now in that role? Okay. So the things you'll be doing, if it's for a chef, okay, things you'll be doing food preparation. You can be doing food preparation, basically chefing on ship. You can be doing things like fancy dinners for foreign dignitaries when they are on board the ship. You know, the fancy 5-star Michelin stuff. They teach you all these things in training, so don't worry. Okay. If you can't boil water, they'll teach you how to boil water in training. So yeah. Um, you'll be doing things like that. You'll also be doing things like first aid and fire parties. Everyone on board is a first aider and a firefighter in the Navy. Okay, everyone is training that, but you as a chef, you have that secondary role more to do that. And also, yeah, you also be in charge of food safety hygiene. So you be in charge of checking food. That's like higher up the chain of command, all of that. But yeah, that's a long way, but you will be in charge of, ensuring food is handled safely, checking food temperatures, all those things like that. You also be responsible, very important, responsible for the morale of the ship. Food is key and the ship, but when you have a good chef who increases morale on the ship, everyone's mood is really lifted up. Even though you're an operation, everyone is happy, chill, and all of that because you have good food and you have a good chef who is chatting and all of those things. Who is it's not you being a clown, but just you boosting up morale. I mean, if you cook good food and you don't have a good, I would say, attitude or not a welcoming attitude, it reduces the morale because food is where people gather together, they eat, they discuss about things going on in the ship, all those kind of things like that. The galley is basically where everybody kind of relaxes. So you are responsible for making it possible, not just your food, but with your presence as well. I mean, currently in training, the chefs are already doing it. So you just learn from it and copy. Even if you're an introvert, trust me, it just comes normally. Okay, chat with people. Oh, how is the food? Did you like this? All those kind of things like that. All those, just little small talks and all of it. And also, you can do things like pizzas and all those things. Boost morale, fancy stuff for the shipmates on board, all those things to boost their morale. Eating good food, not just the same food, but something fancy once in a while. So yeah. Um, the next role is um, my Royal Navy. Next question, sorry. My Royal Navy candidate preparatory course will be held at. You need to say where it will be. So you have to check your invitation letter to know where it is. Is it in Wales? Is it in Scotland? Or is it down? I don't know. There's one down. I've forgotten the name, sorry. But I know there is Caledonia in Scotland. There's one up in Wales. And then there's one down in England. So yeah. I also know the date that it will be for and for how long, and also the things that you will be doing. So when you get that invitation letter, you have to read through it, know what it's about, what you'll be doing, the days, activities, things like that, what to bring, and all those things. So you have to read that letter. Okay, you have to read it. Don't just take it and apply for your visa. You have to read it. Um, and also next question, I will be doing my basic training at. Where will you be doing your basic training? HMS Rally. Okay, hope you go to Cornwall division, best division ever. So yeah, that's where you'll be doing your 10 months training. Oh, not 10 months. What am I saying? The 10 weeks training, and it will include militarization, handling a weapon, learning navy slangs, marching, in fact, the basics, okay, tying of ropes, all those things, first aid, firefighting, you learn all those things. So those are the things that you'll be learning there. The next thing is your phase two. Where will you be doing your phase two training? Phase two training will depend on the role. So after phase one, everyone does phase one together. At phase two, you separate and go different places for your phase two. So there are people who go at Sultan, the Emmys, and all those ones. And yeah, it kind of separates. There are people who remain at Rally and continue their training for C specs and some how do they call this, WS and all of that. So it kind of separates. You separate yourself after phase one. So there's wording down and all of that. So yeah, and you also need to know how long it will last, how long will your training be, how many weeks, and what will you be training in, what will you be doing. So if it's a chef, it's at wording down, and you'll be here for about 6 months. And what you'll be training in, you'll be training in catering and all of those fancy stuff. So you will have to be able to know those things. I mean, they are literally on the website. I will show you them. Okay. And yeah, the video is long. I know I'm also tired as you. So yeah, let's keep going. Another thing is that you have to answer. I remember your recruiter will send you like an agreement type of thing. It's not literally an agreement, but it gives you like the expectations, how long you need to serve, when can you leave, and when can you PVR, all those kind of things like that. So you need to read them and have some understanding of them, because they will ask you on it, like when are you allowed to PVR, how long do you need to serve, and all of those things like that. So let me just read it as it is here. So the first question is, how long will you be signing your initial contract for? Okay, I mean, it's a contract. Then the next question is, the earliest I will be able to submit a notice to leave is after what? How many years? I'm not telling you you go and read it. I mean, if I tell you, yeah, you won't read it and you won't study. And in the Navy, you have to study. So, when can I submit it? When can I submit a notice? And also, um, I can do this for a period of how long, and what is the age, and all those things like that. You read that. I think it's just about 2 pages. So if you read that, you're able to know those things. When are you about to? When minimum you are to be for return of service? That's like paying back the crown before you leave and all of those fancy stuff. So also you need to also know how much you'll be paid after phase one. I think now it's about 25,200 when you join. So you need to just read up that and all those things. If you don't know, ask your recruiter before. Okay. Just ask your recruiter before. And also, it's a question here. My hopes and expectations from a career in the Royal Navy. What are you hoping and expecting? How your career will be. So this is where you give your own aspirations. If you want to be the first sea lord, we talk about the year and all of that. So yeah, be my guest, knock yourself out. So we talk about all these things here. That is it. And then there are some other questions here, like what's the name of the primary casualty receiving ship in the Navy? So it's RFA Argos, and all of those kinds of stuff. But I will just drop all of these things, okay? So to show you where you can get all of these things from, okay? So you literally go online. It's literally online, okay? It's literally online. You go online to Google and you type UK Navy, okay? And I'll show you where I got all these things from. All the answers are literally there. They are all literally there. So it's not something that I just got it from the top of my head, okay? So let me show you, like, if you can see here. Know if you can see. So if you can see it, you see what we do. These are the things that the Navy does. You read on them, things like that. So it helps you with your interview process. Okay. There are other things like the aspect of your trade training and all of those things. Let me just open one real quick. Okay, let me just open one real quick. It's really easy, guys. It's not something fancy. Okay, so if you open each role, it gives you, like, this is warfare officer submariner, okay? So it kind of gives you the things you need to do, your pay, all those things like pay, the branch, all those things like that. Summary of what you'll be doing, all those things, they're all literally there, okay? So you just need to read on it, know what it's about, okay? Also, you can also read on your career progression as well. How is the career progression like in the Navy? Okay. So the other website that I was going to show you guys is Wikipedia. Okay. Need to open Wikipedia. Can just open Wikipedia and type UK Navy. It kind of gives you a more in-depth. Okay. Just open Wikipedia, Royal Navy, and it gives you in depth. And here you can also see what the Navy has been doing for some of those questions, like who is the first Sea Lord? They might ask things like this: who is the first Sea Lord? Who is the second Sea Lord? Fleet Commander? All those things like that. So yeah. So you can also see like subheadings here, ranks and rates, naval bases, the role. These are the roles here, that what the Navy does, all those things like that. Current involvements, history, all those things like that. So you can check that there, guys. So feel free to ask me any questions. If you want this stuff, comment in the comment section and I'll do my best to send it to you. So, ciao.